This is a follow-up video to that TikTok that went viral. And in my first video, I said this guy helped us big time, right? Because of the fact that he actually connected with the public, connected with real people, because he was crying, he was sincere. We shouldn't judge him, right? I've had people in the comments judge him by his nose ring. Forget about it. It's nothing to do with the nose ring. There's nothing to do with the facial hair. It's about what he got paid. It's about what gig companies are paying food delivery people. That's what the shocking thing is. And that is what the public sympathized with. And they sent him $55,000 in donations. But here's what makes him special. Out of that 50,000, he has already given back 12,000 to other gig workers and helped other people in very similar situations as he was in, right? He doesn't have to worry now. He's got the money for the rent. He's fine. And he had no idea. He said he made the video and it was a complete response to the situation, right? He had made $5, he had made $4, $2.50 plus $1.50. He paid $3 for parking. He made $1 in 45 minutes and he broke down crying. Who hasn't been in that situation? That's only natural. Doesn't make him a weakling like somebody else said, right? Just people think you're like, oh, you got to have like a tough elephant skin throughout your life. There will always be a point in your life when you reach that low. He reached it. It went viral. He switched the phone off, and the next thing he knew, had millions of views. He then smartly enough attached his Venmo. He created a GoFundMe account, and the cash, the dough, the moolah, the dollars, the dineros came rolling in. Even euros. People from overseas. Oh my God, seriously? This is how Dara Khosrowshahi treats you, dude? I'll give you $2. I'll give you $5. 55K, my friends. Well done, Riley Elliott. You deserve every penny. And what makes you special and unique in my eyes is that you had the ability to give back, right? You paid it forward to your brothers and sisters in the gig economy. So he said, I'm about to be homeless for the third time, and it's all because people don't tip their delivery drivers. He then did a follow-up video and said, you know what, it's not only about the tippers, it's really about the company paying shocking rates. It's both, my friends. It's the fact that the companies are not honoring you during the essential times, during the pandemic times, and it's also about people being extremely stingy and not taking care of the people that are seeing them through these pandemic essential times. And the TikTok community rallied around him, and he deserved every dollar. But again, I'm repeating myself like a parrot here, right? He paid 12K forward. Let's jump into the story because we know more information now. Riley Elliott, a delivery driver based in Las Vegas, Viva Las Vegas, went viral after sharing an emotional video on TikTok detailing the financial hardships of trying to make ends meet with low tips and a sub-minimum wages, right? As the video gained views and spread across social media platforms, donations began pouring in. Ka-ching, 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 ka-ching. And now Elliott is trying to help others in need. Elliott told Today Food he has been driving for Uber Eats on and off since 2016, when he lost his full-time job of more than a decade. He also works part-time at a local Pizza Hut, though his hours have been slashed during the pandemic, and drives for other delivery companies like Shipt and Amazon. His fiancée, Rennie, is also unemployed, and the couple needs to move out of their apartment in a week. So he's been pulling longer shifts to try to make ends meet, and then his world changed. In the video, which has garnered over 2 million views since its posting on February the 17th, Elliott says he had to pay $3 to park his car and deliver a food order after recipient refused to meet him outside. Since the recipient only tipped him $1.50 and his hourly wage is low, he explains that he essentially lost money on the delivery, which took 45 minutes in total. Uber Eats did not respond to a request for comment about its hourly wages. Now, the head of Uber Eats is Andrew Andrew something, complete arsehole. Of course he stays quiet because he's humiliated on social media because he's paying pennies. He's paying his people pennies. And this is why I was so happy about the video. Don't judge him, right? Oh, well, he was crying and he has an earring, facial hair. That's not what it's about. It's the fact that he has done so much for gig workers because he makes the companies look like idiots. He makes the company look like a greedy bastard, which Dara Khosrowshahi is, right? I don't know how that lady married him, that woman that Dara's married to. Like, she knows who this guy is. He's a cold-blooded bastard. That's what he is, right? And that was exposed in this video. So I think it was very, very powerful. It doesn't matter that I'm working multiple jobs. It doesn't matter that I rarely sleep and can barely afford to feed myself, he says in the video, through tears. I'm about to be homeless for the third time since May, and it's all because people don't tip their delivery drivers. I came out of delivery and I was exhausted, Elliot told Today, adding that he had stopped driving for Uber Eats until he and his partner's financial situation changed due to the pandemic. I was scared that we weren't ever going to be able to qualify for a house or apartment because the person won't even tip me enough to cover the parking fee, and it felt like I wasn't going to make enough money if nobody cares. In his first video, Elliot blamed customers who don't tip on deliveries, but added a follow-up video, and in his interview with Today that he also blames companies that pay their drivers below minimum wage and use loopholes, like labeling them independent contractors to avoid giving them benefits to drivers. Driving for a delivery service also leads to increased vehicle wear and tear. So it's those things that he has brought attention to with follow-up interviews like Today, or follow-up people that want to have him on the show. This one video has put so much negative media and so much negative light on Uber Eats and Uber and the executives that it's good for us, folks. It's good for us. Elliot said his car has about 261,000 miles on it, primarily accumulated by driving for delivery apps. Insane. In the United States, tip culture is a huge part of our society, and these companies are paying sub-minimum wage to service workers because they're expecting the customer to make up the difference, said Elliot. And then these companies are charging outrageous fees to customers and restaurants so customers don't tip the driver. It keeps drivers desperate and accepting lowball offers because we've got to put gas in our tanks, we've got to get oil changes, we need to get new tires. We've had one good follow-up video on this, and what all the people agreed on is that we have to band together, like those 26,000 DoorDashers, and stop accepting these lowball offers. Just say no. This is how much restaurants really make when you order from Grubhub and Uber Eats. The drivers are seeing $2, maybe $3 from an order, Elliot continued. I'm making $2 and destroying my car. These companies are making billions while consumer and drivers struggle. And though the pandemic, job loss and unemployment have skyrocketed. I want to add to this that the investors should be ashamed of themselves. Miyoshi Son at SoftBank, the other investors, this is what you are pushing. This is what you are supporting to try to destroy people's lives. And then you're paying out $42 million salaries to people like Dara. This is what you heartless bastards need to be ashamed about. Uber Eats did not respond to a request for comment on the story. DoorDash, which Elliot mentioned in his video and used to drive for, said in a statement that the company is proud to provide flexible. See now, DoorDash wants to grab the limelight here. Tony Zhu, man, do me a favor, shut up. You're the same as Uber Eats. Tony Zhu says, flexible opportunities for dashers to earn on their own schedule around own needs. Making more than 22 per hour. Horse crap. That they are on a job and serving as supplemental income for the majority on our platform. According to the company, the $22 an hour figure is a national average. Right? Absolute BS that Tony Zhu had to try and seize the moment and divert the limelight to his company. They're all thugs. Tony Zhu had been stealing tips from delivery people You have no room to talk here, DoorDash. Zero room to talk, Postmates or Uber Eats. Don't try to seek any glory in this. The story speaks for itself, my friends. After posting the video to TikTok, Elliot said that he put his phone away since he only had 9 followers on the app at that time. Imagine when now you wake up, right? All friends, he didn't expect any response. But at 10 p.m. that night, he realized it was blowing up. Along with the comments, likes, and shares came donations since he had his Venmo account listed in his TikTok bin from participating in previous sweepstakes events. I have been just totally blown away, said Elliot. While he's not sure exactly how much money has been raised, he estimates it to be around $55,000. None of it was expected. I didn't post the video expecting people to reach out or expecting money or handouts or anything. I believe that. I believe it just he made a sincere video about how he felt, and then it took on a whole different animal on the social media platforms. Elliot said the amount is enough, that he and his fiancée are no longer looking at apartments. Instead, they're looking at permanent housing. They've also been giving money away, he said, to the point that he hit the maximum amount of money he could send with cash transfer apps like Venmo and Cash App. Once we reached the point where we were like, okay, now we'll definitely be able to get into a place we don't need all of this. I started literally just giving money away, he explained. We sent money to folks in Texas whose pipes had burst. We sent money to folks who needed medication, sent money to friends who were struggling. We spent about $15,000 of that the first day just helping people out with our situations. That, my friends, is what makes this character unique, right? He was blessed. The universe replied and brought in the money, and then he turned around and blessed and helped multiple other people. Now, I want to read the end of it, and then I want to show you this video because there's another beautiful, powerful story about these three here, what happened in Texas, right? Since he can't send any more money to people at the moment, Elliot said he's directing potential donors to GoFundMe campaigns. Some of the causes he's championed, including an adaptive bike for a little boy with special needs and small fundraisers for people who are trying to pay bills or obtain medical care. That is what makes Riley Elliott a very special human being. He and his fiancée also spent $500 buying blankets and food to give to homeless people and set up another GoFundMe that will be used specifically to give aid to delivery drivers. Right away, my initial response was, oh my God, we can help other people, Elliot said. It's honestly been kind of a dream come true. Financially, everybody's struggling right now. My friend, you are a hero in my eyes. Now another great feel-good story.
Last week, a delivery driver named Chelsea Timmons as she approached a home outside of Austin. Her car got stuck. She was in an SUV. It got stuck in this stranger's driveway, and the homeowners, Doug and Nina, they were like, "Hey, why don't you come in while you wait for your tow truck?" Well, that waiting went on not for hours, but for days. The tow truck never came. She stayed with them for 5 days. She couldn't make it back home to Houston because that was a 3-hour ride.
Yeah, the roads were really bad.
Yeah.
So Chelsea actually said, can I go to a hotel? I should go to a hotel. The couple said, no, stay here. They even had Valentine's dinner together.
So actually, when the weather finally let up, I think that was on Friday, Chelsea went back home. But that trio, they're going to have a story to tell. They're probably going to be friends for a long, long time. So
I love that, don't you? There's kindness everywhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the kindness that's really needed these days, right? By the way, the ladies on that Today Show, I've driven them, right? I know exactly. I've been down there, had lunch with them many times. They're down at Universal Studios, and they have this little house that they do their stories from, and then they have the best catered food. So every time I drive some of those actresses or TV presenters, I get to have a little bit of fun and have a great meal. 2 heartwarming stories. This girl got lucky because she walked into 2 angels. Riley Elliott got lucky because he had millions of TikTok angels support him, and by supporting him, he was able to pay things forward. Absolutely amazing story. Now, to keep my channel alive, yeah, do we also appreciate donations and that during live feeds? Always. But, we have to use sponsors to make money. So here it is, my sponsor, Kova. You get 1 month free with the link below. It's a gig protection plan. If anything goes wrong here, especially if you get deactivated or wrongfully terminated, out go the legal letters, the legal protection by Legal Rideshare, their partner. Have a great day, my friends. Be safe out there. Do good to your fellow neighbor, right? Find out how you can help individuals or change their lives, like Riley's life was changed. Wear those masks, stay 6 feet apart, disinfect your cars while working, and let's all get through this freaking pandemic together. God bless you all.